Welcome to you once again in the Department of English, RBNB College, Sri Rampur. And from this video, you are going to study the very interesting novel of George Orwell named Animal Farm. In this video, you are going to know about the first chapter of this novel. So in the first chapter, these are the points which you are going to study them one by one. The first is time, place and purpose of the secret meeting of animals, which is used as the setting of novel. The second is the character sketch of the old major on whose principles the novel is based. At the same time, the majority of the characters, major as well as minor, are described in this chapter. The third point is the highlights of old major's speech, what he communicates with the other characters, especially the animals. The next point is the resolutions, what resolutions are passed in this meeting and what advice old major gives to other animals in the animal farm. And the last point is the beast of England, beast of Ireland. So we are going to know them one by one. So my first point is time, place and purpose of the meeting. Let me introduce you at first. The novel is the struggle between human being and animals. In the last two videos, I explained the allegorical characterization in this novel. If you know them very well, I hope that you remembered all of them and it would help you to understand the novel in a proper way. Especially when we start to read this novel, the novel begins at the time of night and it takes place on the manor farm. As already I explained that the farm, the story happens or the setting of this novel is the farm. First, the farm was belonged by man, so it is known as manor farm. Then it belongs to animal. So it is the title of the farm is changed as Animal Farm, and in the last chapter the animals behaves like human being. Again the name is changed and it becomes Manor Farm. So sometime Manor Farm and Animal Farm, you have to remember that this is the same farm where the story takes place. Now this is the time of night, and especially on the manor farm which is belong to, this farm is belong to Mr. and Mrs. Jones. And Mr. and Mrs. Jones here historically or allegorically they are known as Tsar and Tsarina, who were the cruel rulers of Russia. So these two characters stands as Tsar and Tsarina. Now this, when you start to read the novel, you find that this is a time of night and Mr. and Mrs. Jones, they are going to bed. So first of all, the character of Mr. John is described how he is a careless farmer. He is a drunkard farmer. Even at the night, he forgets to shut the pop holes of the hens houses for the night. Even his legs were trembling because he is overdrunk. And this statement shows how he is a careless farmer. And he left the hens at the mercy of the foxes. It means he is not serious of his duties. He is lazy, he is irresponsible farmer, we can say. and he is privileged or he is honored upper classes who control wealth and exploits the others. And the animals in this animal farm, they belongs to or they represent the Russian peasants or Russian workers or working class. And throughout the novel we are shown how the common people, the average people, the working class is exploited by the rulers, where the ruler may be human being or may be animal. Now I come to the second point about Old Major. Next we see the character of Old Major, and his speech is the foundation of this animal farm. On his principles, the novel Animal Farm is best. So who is this Old Major? This is a name of boar, B-O-A-R. So boar, there is difference between pigs, pork and boar, which I already explained in video number 1 while studying the allegorical characterization in Animal Farm. So he belongs to boar category, and he is a prize winner middle white boar. Within very few words, the novelist described the character of the Old Major. First of all, he is a prize winner. He is a middle white boar. This is color is described. Then he is also known as Willingdon Beauty. So in short, we can say that he is very lucky character in this novel, that Mr. John tamed him as only for the sake of competition, and in the competition he has got the prize, and so he is known as Willingdon Beauty. In short, we can say this word beauty describes the character of the Old Major. Next we are told that Old Major himself introduces us. The novelist never introduced this character, but the character in his speech, that is Old Major's speech, the character of Old Major is opened or revealed, and we are told that he is father of 400 children, and he also thanks to God that he lived a natural life, but he is well acquainted with, because he is very close to Mr. John, who is the owner of Animal Farm. And so he says that I know how human being is a cunning by nature. So from his speech, he usually says, don't believe on human being, because this human being exploits us. Okay, so he is, that is Old Major, is highly regarded in this Animal Farm. He is a good orator, he is intelligent animal, he is wise animal, he is stout. When he talks, we notices that he talks like a philosopher, he talks like a thinker. Then the age of this boar is also introduced by himself, and he says that I am very lucky animal in the Animal Farm, because I have lived my natural life of 12 years. It means he is 12 years old and is a majestic looking character, and he has benevolent appearances, and he has tushes which have been not cut by Mr. John. And when we study the allegorical references in the history of Russian Revolution, we find, or it is noted, that Old Major is the combination of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, who are the great thinkers, as well as Vladimir Lenin, who is the leader of Bolshevik Revolution of 1917. So in short, we can say that old measure is the combination of Karl Marx, Engels and Lenin together. Okay, then he is when the message was passed, because he had a dream previous night and he saw something and he wanted to communicate it with the animals in the animal farm. So the message was spread to all the animals that at night, at the end of the barn, there is a barn, a huge barn was there at one end, and old Major has decided to take the secret meeting because he wants to communicate with the other animals. So the message was spread when the light were put out. When the light of Mr. Jones' house were put out, all animals have to gather together because old Major is going to say something, want to communicate with the other animals. So even the animals were ready to spend their rest and time for the sake of this message. And then later on, we are told how there was a stage. Now you see, here old Major, just like a political leader, first of all, there was the platform, or we can say stage, which is made of straw, or we can say dried grass. Okay, so he already just ensconced on this bed of straw on the stage, and there was a lantern. So in short, we can say in those days there were no electricity, and that is why a lantern he sat under the lantern to give light, we can say, because as earlier I said that he wished to communicate the other animals, and so the message was passed, and the animals become ready to lose an hour sleep and rest for the sake of communication. Then when the animals were gathering, then Mr. John heard the sound and he thought that something is wrong in the animal farm. Maybe foxes appeared in this animal farm. So he was alert. But all these animals take very care. They come slowly, they gather very slowly without making a noise, and they start to appear in this barn. So now the next point is the highlights of the speech given by old Major. So now here all the animals start to gather together. There comes, first of all, there comes the pigs. In the pigs we have Squealer, Napoleon or Snowball, etc. Later on, when the novel develops, we will be familiar with these characters. Then the horses came, the sheep came, the hen came, the cows came, pigeons came, rats came, cat came. All of these animals started to gather together in the we can say in this barn. So now in front of these animals, this old Major gives a talk, and in this talk he would we can say like to communicate the message of revelation, because he wants to tell all the animals how the human being is a cruel one, and how human being is the only source of their unhappiness. In short, we can say he wants revelation against human being. So now we are going to study what are the major points or what are the highlights of old Major's speech. And in his speech, he tries to explain how human being or man is the only enemy of animals. And about human being, he says, my friends. He calls the other animals as comrades. Okay, so now this word comrades is very close to the communism. So his philosophy, we can understand how he is very close to Karl Marx and Lenin, etc. So in his speech, first he appeals to the animals. He asks questions, just like a clever political leader. And the clever political leader usually asks questions to the spectators. In the same way, here all the animals were gathered, and he says, how he is a good orator. You are going to see in this speech. And he says, the human being, he consumes without producing. Now see the statement. How the animal farm, how in the animal farm, how why George Orwell is known as magician of the words. Within few words, he explains what he wants to communicate with his readers. And he says, while explaining the human being, old Major says, he consumes means human being consumes without producing. Means he wanted to show, he wanted to explain that human being never produce, only he consumes. And he gives examples, just like a clever lawyer, he gives examples. He says to all animals that human being never give milk, human being never lay eggs, even he is too weak to plow the land, he cannot run fast, and he is but he is the root cause of hunger and overwork. He is the root cause of our exploitation. He cannot run, he cannot give milk, he cannot lay eggs, still he is our master. That means Karl Marx also appeals to the workers of the world. Get together, and how the industrialist exploits the workers. And here, old Major wants to communicate this message, and he says, now this our owner, Mr. John, exploits us. He produces nothing, but he consumes everything. He never produces anything. Okay, and he abuses animals for his sake, and he gives them nothing in return. Now you see. Take the example of any crop. We say whatever the standard material human being eats, and what animals get, we can say the useless things, just like the fodder or the grass. Human being never takes grass. Okay, he takes grain. Okay, so that is why he says. That is why old Major says that human being nothing gives us, and this animal till the soil. We are the tillers, and he is our master. Who tills this land? Who tills this fertile land? And what we get in return? Nothing. Okay, so the farm is fertilized due to the dung of animals. Means even human being is useless, and still he gets much in return. And still animals lives in miserable, we can say, condition. We labor too much, and in return we get very short life, because when we are weaker, when we are aged, this man, human being, sells us to the butcher. That's why we cannot live our natural life. We get very short life, and we are forced to work at the last atom of our strength. We are forced to work. Sometimes we are ill. Sometimes we do not want to work in the work. Still, with the help of whip, with the help of sharp, we can say, instruments, this human being force us to work. But suppose the human being does not want to work, he takes rest. But animal cannot take rest. And here, old Major would like to give this message. He appeals to the animals and wants to communicate how human being is the only responsible for their sorrow or their pain, or we can say short life even also. How we are slaughtered in a hideous or cruel way when we are useless. He appeals to animals and he says that nobody knows the meaning of happiness. No animal knows the meaning of happiness. No animal knows the meaning of freedom. No animal knows the meaning of leisure, because we are slaves. And Mr. John is our master. Actually, we work for the farm and still we are the slaves. And this soil of this farm, he says to animals, the soil of this farm is very fertile. The atmosphere of this country is very good, and still we are surviving. Why this happen? If the land is fertile, if Mr. John gets good crop, why we are starving? Because we don't have our unity. So first of all, he says to animals, gather together. Unity is the strength. Unity is the power. If we fight against this human being, we can become the owner of this farm. Why are you working for the others? Why are you working for the animals? So this, we are toiling the land. So this is our farm. This farm should belong to us. And he appeals to the horses and the hens and the cows. For example, he says cows, how many gallons, liters you have given? Actually, the milk is for your next generation or your child. But this human being drink this milk. Sometimes he sells it. Now he asks question to the hens, how many eggs you have given? It is only you, because God has given you this gift so that you can hatch these eggs and create the next generation of your. But this human being sells the eggs in the market. Sometimes he eats them. So is it not an injustice against you? So be prepared for the revelation. And he says, what is the only solution of it? And my comrades, he appeals to his to the animals in the animal farm. He says, comrades, the only solution of this problem is revelation. And this revelation might take place in the future. It might take place in a week or in a month, or sometime it take a generation even also. So he is not sure when this revelation would be success. But he says, sooner or later, the justice will be done. So he is hopeful that someday or the other, the revelation would be successful and the human life, animal life would be happy. Every animal would get, we can say, freedom. So he also appeals to the animals who came in this meeting to carry out this message to the next generation, because he is not sure when the revelation would be success. So he says, communicate my message even to next generation, or up to the success, up to the we can say we get success to overthrow the rule of this cruel human being. And he says, all animals are comrades. All animals are friends. And for it, he says, our unity is very important. Our comrades is very important. At the same time, he warns the animals that this human being is very cunning animal. Sometime he will use appraising words for you. but don't believe on his words. He says that this human being lies. He would say that the prosperity of one is the prosperity of the other. He might say like this, but you should not believe on his words, because these sweet words, due to if you listen his words, if you listen these sweet words, you might be melted. So there is no need to believe on his words. And then at the end, we can say, at the end of this chapter, we also notice one more thing. That is, he starts to sing a song. The poem was sung by all the animals, but before it, certain resolutions were passed in this meeting. When old Major's speech was going on, there was uproar. And what that uproar? There was a tremendous uproar, we can say, in the speech. And why this uproar takes place? Because the large rats, they creep out their holes and sit on their hind legs like this, and they start to listen old Major's speech. But the dogs, because there are 3 dogs which I have already mentioned in it. When the dogs catch the sight of them, catch the sight of these big or large rats, they started to chase the rats. And the feared rats, they again re-enter in their holes to save their life. Then old Majors, with the help of his daughter, he says, silence please, like this. And then the voting was taken, whether the rats are our friends or comrades or our foes or our enemies. And the majority of the animals, except the dogs and cat, they agreed that the rats are our comrades, rats are our friends. Only the 3 dogs, they are disagree, and the cat was disagree. And then later on, it was found that the cat votes on both the sides. Okay, and here the advice was given by old Major to the animals. He says, simply you just remember, he says, simply you remember, whatever goes on 2 legs, because animals, they are not learned, we can say, creatures. It is very hard for them to remember who are our foes and who are our friends. So old Major says them in short. What he says? Whatever goes on 2 legs is our enemy, because human being has 2 legs. He goes upon 2 legs. So whatever goes on 2 legs are our enemy, and whatever goes on 4 legs, they are our friends. Then again the question arises about the birds, because birds has 2 legs, but old Major later on told the remaining animals that bird has 2 wings. So 2 legs and 2 wings, it becomes 4, and that is why birds are our friends and they are not our enemies. And he also advised that henceforth what we have to do when the revelation get the success, how the animals, because he is going to say that I am already 12 years old, I am going to die very soon. So what principles we have to follow, the animals have to follow in future? And he says whatever goes upon 2 legs is our enemy, whatever goes on 4 legs are our friends or comrades. Then he also advised not to resemble with the human being, and also says do not adopt the vices of human being. Vices is the opposite to virtue. because human being is a cruel, so we should not adopt the vices of the human being. He also says, henceforth, don't live in a house, don't sleep in bed, don't wear clothes, don't drink alcohol, don't smoke tobacco, don't touch money, don't engage in trade, because all of these are the vices of human being, and human being is our enemy, so you should not follow human being. Then he says, all are equal. Remember this sentence, all are equal, because at the end of the novel, this principle is going to be changed. Every principle is going to be changed. Later on, all are equal. But in the last chapter, you see, all are equal, but some are more equal than the others. There is a change. And no animal should kill any other animal. So in short, we can say, these advices given by old Major, in short, they are the principles of animalism. And when the revelation gets success, what changes will take place in the future of animals, the poem is based on it. And then old Major sings the songs, and he tells the meaning of the songs, and later on at the end of this chapter, every animal starts to sing the song spontaneously. Even they repeat the song. Some of the animals like the tune of it, and they sing the song 4 times, 5 times like this. And here the chapter number 1 ends. I suggest you to read that song, which is a very, very interesting song. Thank you to spare time with me. Thanks once again.